Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your good brother, J News, with another rendition of J News Japan. We're talking about New Japan Road 2020, which took place on July 20th, 2020. Let's get to it. First match of the night, tag match. We had New Japan Dads, Kojima and Tenzan versus Young Lions, Yuya Uemura and Yota Tsuji. This match went about 10.5 minutes or so. Another spirited match by the Young Lions. Uemura was pinpointed and highlighted during the English commentary by Kevin Kelly, saying how the veterans and other New Japan members in the locker room say that Uemura has got it, and they're looking forward to him being a star. Overall in this match, Kojima and Tenzan did get the win. I would like to say that the other thing that was mentioned during English commentary, which I watched for the first time since lockdown began, or listened to since lockdown first began, was that Kojima and Tenzan seem to have, or might be vying for those IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team belts in the future, that are now being held by the Dangerous Tekkers. Match number 2, we had an 8-man tag. We had the usual hodgepodge tag team. We had Gabriel Kidd, the Young Lion, Taguchi, Hanma, and Makabe, versus members of Chaos, Sho, Yoshihashi, Toru Yano, and Tomohiro Ishii. This match lasted about 12 minutes or so. This wasn't any sort of a grudge match, so it didn't have any storylines that were tied into it. This is just more or less for the wrestlers to get their reps and stay fresh. The team of Chaos won this match outright. Match number 3, we had a tag match. Members of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Sanada and Shingo Takagi, went up against members of Suzuki-gun, Douki, and El Desperado. This match was to continue to develop and expand on the feud and title match between El Desperado and Shingo Takagi. At one point during the match, El Desperado took Shingo Takagi out of the ring and blasted his left knee with a chair. So that will be the story going into Sengoku Lord, which will take place on July 25th, 2020. Sonata looked crisp. Sonata looked good. But he did seem to be a little out of sorts, I would say. Sonata no longer has a tag team partner. And he doesn't necessarily have a clear vision as to what's going to happen in the future. And Douki was doing Douki things. The team of Los Ingobernables de Japón won this match when Sonata hit the skull end on Douki. Match number 3, we had another tag team match. Members of Chaos, Hiroki Goto, and Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker, were going up against members of the Bullet Club, Gato and Yujiro Takahashi. At one point, I want to comment on this, and I don't want the fans and the viewers who watch our YouTube videos or watch us on Facebook and stuff to think that I don't pay attention to the comments. I believe one of the viewers, his name was Shane or Shay Powers. He mentioned this particular feud between Takahashi and Okada going back a ways. I would say 5 years or so, when Takahashi interfered in a match between Okada and AJ Styles. The only thing I would have to say about that is that take a look at where you're at in 2020 and how media is consumed nowadays. There's a lot of follow the trends. A lot of consumption and a lot of how things are consumed is for the detail of immediate satisfaction. So a lot of people don't go back and look back for feuds or the genesis of feuds. So something that started 5 years ago to be translated now into 2020 for the traditional long-standing wrestling fan, that's cool. But for the casual fan and the new fan who might not look back into the history or might not look back into the archives, that doesn't necessarily sound too cool to do. It might sound like too much work to do. So I thought that was a little bit off-putting from a New Japan perspective. I understand the long-term storytelling effect of it, obviously. But for new fans, it's like, the reason as to why I bring the viewers comment up is because there was a video clip during the intro for the show that showed that Takahashi interference during that AJ Styles and Okada match from 5 years ago. So, if you're not watching the show from the very beginning, and not catching that clip, you're not going to be aware of what's happening. You're just going to have to take, the commentator's word as gospel. To wrap on this match, members of Chaos won. Hiroki Goto hit GTR on Gato. More face off and combativeness between Okada and Takahashi. After the bell rang, there was a face off between Takahashi and Okada to lead into their special singles match going into Sengoku Lord. Fifth match of the night, we had another 8-man tag, another hodgepodge tag team here. Master Wato, accompanied to ringside by Tenzan, along with Yuji Nagata, Kota Ibushi, and Tanahashi, versus members of Suzuki-gun, Kanemaru, Minoru Suzuki, Zack Sabre Jr., and Tai Chi, the Dangerous Tekkers, the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions. This match lasted about 12 minutes. The team of Suzuki-gun won this match. When Kanemaru first hit Master Wato with his finisher, touch out, and then hit him, and then he picked him up off the ground before the 3 count, and then he hit him with a brain buster and then got the 3 count. So that's the expansion and development there in that particular feud between Wato and Kanemaru. So that'll be going into Sengoku Lord. Also, Minoru Suzuki and Yuji Nagata were going back at it. Kevin Kelly mentioned during the English commentary that was one of his favorite matches during the New Japan Cup, Nagata versus Suzuki. So it seems that they're going to go for a rematch here at Sengoku Lord. So we'll look forward to these two 52-year-old wrestlers go at it at Sengoku Lord again. Minor comment for me to make. These guys are 52 years old. They seem to be in better shape and condition than their American counterparts of the same age. Different lifestyles, different countries, different ways of living. So you can take that for what it's worth. When it comes to that, I don't like to compare, but at this point you can see how much longer some guys can go when better lifestyle choices are made, right? You have like specific or small amounts of American wrestlers who fit that exception. So we'll go to the last match of the night. The main event of the night, 6-man tag between Los Ingobernables de Japón, Bushi, Tetsuya Naito, and Takahashi, Hiromu Takahashi that is, versus members of the Bullet Club, Taiji Ishimori, Dick Togo, and Evil. This match went for about 14 minutes or so. The team of the Bullet Club won as Evil hit Everything is Evil on Bushi. Bushi still eating pins in these tag matches. Tetsuya Naito seemed to be a little bit lost during this match. He didn't really participate in the match. He wasn't in the ring much. And when he was, it wasn't anything of relevance or importance. The real build here was Takahashi versus Evil. Their spat. When the match began, Takahashi did a little bit where he took off his ring jacket and he had a Bullet Club shirt on. Kevin Kelly sold it to the effect that he thought Takahashi was turning, because then Takahashi pointed his finger, gun style, to Evil's head, and then he turns around and he pointed his pseudo gun to the fellow members of LIJ, but it was just a ruse. It was all kayfabe. He turned around and then he attacked the members of the Bullet Club. So Takahashi is still a member of Los Ingobernables de Japón. So they built that particular feud. So Takahashi is the first contender and challenger to Evil's double strap, and that'll take place on July 25th at Sengoku Lord. Whew, man, that was a lot to go through there, but I wanted to give everybody the roundabout. I just have a lot of stuff to catch up on because for me personally, I actually went back to work this week, so it's been kind of tough managing my time. But I'm still going to bring you guys the product. I'm still going to give you guys the content. I'm still going to bring this New Japan stuff. Me and SP3 were talking earlier, and he said that we have to keep on spreading the New Japan gospel, and I completely agree with him, because we have to continue to spread the good word out of the Bushi Road book. So we'll continue to do that on a weekly basis. So thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. As always, as I say, continue to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel. And as always, be well, take care, and stay safe out there. This has been your good brother Jay News with another rendition of Jay News Japan. I'm out, y'all. Peace.